My name is Alma. I'm originally from China, and I am an international student at Bournemouth University doing media production. We are at this cafe called Norwegian Wood, which has the best breakfast, English breakfast in Bournemouth. Probably, it's the best English breakfast I've had in the country. I really like the place. I like how it feels in here. I think the first time I came is 2017. I was actually looking through my pictures yesterday. I was trying to figure out when was the first time I came here. I think it was 2017. I think I read it somewhere. This has like a really good breakfast, and then I came, and then and then I left Bournemouth to London for a year, and then I came back for third year for uni, and I think I kind of just developed a habit in the past in the past few weeks just to come here almost every Saturday in the morning after work, and just come here for like a full-on English breakfast because I think I deserve it after a full week of third year uni, which is proving to be a bit of a nightmare. Uh, but yeah, it is a really good place for you to kind of unwind and treat yourself, relax, have a moment to yourself, kind of. Because I really wanted to be here and I was really excited to go abroad, I think that kind of masked my, fear of being in a completely new environment, meeting new people, making new friendships, leaving everything behind. I think I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just so overwhelmed with the excitement of like, whoa, this is actually happening. I'm actually in another country. Because it's not that usual in China for people to be in another country, especially from a town where I came from, which is really small and really kind of not very, not very open. I really do miss food back home because we have such a variety of dishes, especially the place I come from. I come from Sichuan, which is arguably the best Chinese food in China. The biggest festival in China is the Spring Festival, also called Chinese New Year, which also often happens in February, a different time every year in the world calendar, but because we have a specific Chinese calendar, it's the first day of that calendar, first day of the year, and which is usually in February. But I haven't been able to celebrate that in China just because in February usually we have uni in here. I came here after my second year of high school in China. So I did, instead of following the kind of a traditional path of doing 3 years of high school and then you do Gaokao, which means like college entrance exam in China, which is deeply problematic as an educational system, but that's a whole another topic. But basically, I didn't really want to go through that route, and I want to kind of go somewhere else and explore a different perspective. And I was really struggling with not so much academically in terms of how things are difficult, but just like emotionally how I don't think I fit into that system. So I really wanted to go somewhere else. And the popular choices, for Chinese students to go study abroad are America or the UK. And I chose the UK, and I chose Bournemouth because it has a really famous kind of. I wanted to do media, so Bournemouth University was flagged by my advisor at the time as like being a really good school for media. So I think one major, cultural difference people always talk about is how, what's the word? Reserved, I guess, British people are. Things kind of are often implied rather than, explicitly expressed. But that is motivated by trying to be respectful and not be impolite, which can sometimes be confusing because you just don't know what people mean. But I guess those are all just like really superficial observations. Those are cultural conventions. That's how people are grew up with, and it doesn't really necessarily speak to people's very nature, like what kind of people they are. I think in the end you realize people are not that different. They are like on the surface there are things you notice, that the way people do things, the way people say things are different, but ultimately in the end, at the core, I think people are just the same.